from Pet Memorial Australia here, and today we're joined by a special guest, Catherine from Blue Leaf Water Cremation in Perth. They provide a really cool, eco-friendly cremation solution to pets' afterlife care. Great to have you here today, Catherine.
Thanks, Nathan.
Now, most of our audience know about traditional base cremation, but not many people know about water cremations. So, Catherine, would you like to give us an overview? Because water cremation is actually quite new in Australia, isn't it?
It is, yeah. So most parents wouldn't be familiar with water cremation as a form of aftercare for their pets. However, it has been around actually for quite some time. It's scientifically known as alkaline hydrolysis, and it was actually first patented and developed back in 1888. The first commercial system was installed in 1993. Mostly, though, that was used for sterilisation and disposition of biocontainment laboratories. But it was first used in the funeral industry in 2011. It made headlines actually in January of this year with the passing of the South African Archbishop Desmond Tutu. People may have heard and read about that. And he was a great advocate for the environment and sustainability. And he actually elected water cremation as his aftercare choice.
Oh, yeah.
So we're becoming more increasingly aware of our carbon footprint during our lives, but we really need to have a consideration for it in our aftercare as well. There's quite a movement, especially overseas, towards the greener funerals. And water cremation, it can offer that service where it doesn't burn any fossil fuels, it doesn't emit any harmful greenhouse gases. So for pet parents, especially those seeking a more gentle and eco-friendly option, this is a great way of reducing their carbon pet's footprint.
Yeah, that's a great solution for pet owners who want to be more conscious about the carbon footprint and the effect they're having. So can you explain how the cremation process actually works?
Yeah, so basically it mimics the natural decomposition process. So it's similar to what would happen if we were to bury our pets. Essentially, the organic materials such as your muscle and the tissue, it's broken down, and what remains is your calcium phosphate or the bones. With the process, we place the pets into their individual cradles. And this is a fully contained stainless steel vessel. It has minor perforations on the top and the bottom of it, and that just allows the water to flow over the body. So this cradle is placed into the water cremation system. It's then filled with 95% water. Water is one of the most natural decomposing agents. We then add a 5% alkali, which is used to stimulate and accelerate that breakdown of the organic material. And then this just continuously, gently flows over the body.
Okay, so what's the alkali? Is that like an acid or like what's that?
Alkali is the opposite end of the scale. So it's a what do we call it? Potassium hydroxide, which is actually the same stuff as they use in many body products, soaps, shaving creams, things like that.
Okay. And how long does the process take?
It is a 20-hour process for that part of the cycle, because it is just such a gentle and respectful, to the remains.
Yeah. And so once the process is complete, do you receive back any ashes like you would with a regular cremation?
Yeah, absolutely. So at the end of the water cremation, we're still left with the bone remains. So these are collected, they're prepared, and then placed into an urn or memorabilia keepsake. We don't use fire, so we don't tend to refer to them as ashes. We call them hydrolyzed remains or cremains. The great thing as well with this is they are 100% sterile, pathogen-free. So if there was a disease euthanized, or the pet was treated for, with cancer treatment, these are all completely removed. Therefore, the cremains are safe to return to the environment.
Okay, sounds like a really good process. So is water cremation suitable for all types and sizes of pets?
Yeah, absolutely. So for us, we do anything from pocket pets up to larger dogs. With smaller pets like fish, birds, mice, rats, water cremation is definitely a better option because it is so much gentler to the remains. We don't have that excessive force and heat on the body. So you can actually receive 20 to 30% more of the cremains when compared to a flame cremation.
That's a pretty big difference. Thanks for the insight there. So can you tell us a bit more about you and how Blue Leaf Cremation got started?
Yeah, so we've been long-term pet parents, and unfortunately that means we've had our own experiences of loss and grief. But when we were faced with looking for an aftercare option recently, we came across an article. It was by the Max Planck research group, and they had a statement that read, emissions from the flame cremation of 22 dogs can cause enough CO2 to shrink the Arctic ice by 3 square meters. That's a massive thing. That's like 45 kilos of CO2 for an average sized dog. That kind of stuck with us. And, understandably, we don't like to think about end of life for our pets, but our choices are making a huge impact on the environment. So we started researching into other ways that we could reduce the carbon emissions. And that's how we came across the greener funerals and water cremation. But it wasn't available in Western Australia. Around that time as well, hubby and I were looking at re-entering into our own family business. So we decided to combine this innovative method with our love for animals and compassion for people, especially, those dealing with grief. As all of that resonated really strongly with us. So we continued the research for a couple of years, spoke to different organisations and other suppliers of the service. And yeah, we got our approvals and license to operate, and we officially opened, late August of this year in Perth.
Oh, nice. So you're based in Perth. If someone chose to use your services, do you provide a home or vet collection service?
Yes, we do. Yeah. So we've actually opted for the lowest emission vehicle that we could get. And yes, we will collect from vets and homes, and we're open 24/7. They're whenever someone needs us, we certainly can be there for them.
It's a lovely way to reach out to the community. So if people want to get in touch with Blue Leaf Cremations, how would they find you or call you?
Yep. So we are on Facebook, Blue Leaf Water Cremation, Instagram. We a mobile number 0419 580 369. So yeah, again, anytime we're available 24/7.
Okay. Oh, that's perfect. Catherine, it's been great hearing your story and learning about water cremations. So everyone in Perth, you know how to get in touch with Blue Leaf, and I'll add the links below this video and on this post. So thanks so much, Catherine. It's been wonderful chatting with you today.
Thanks for having us, Nathan. Bye.